Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. This is the final episode of the bike riding weather app playlist. And in the previous videos, we worked on the data and domain layer. We have implemented the dependency injection and we have created the view model together. And in this video, we are going to work on the screens and display the data. If you are ready, please hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and let's jump in. In the last video, we worked till here. In the dependency injection, I've added this view model and the view model of the application is introduced here. And now if you go to the view model, you may see an error here. If you had error, go to the build.gradle.kts. You need this one line. I forgot to add it, maybe. So add this line, sync your project, and you should get rid of that error. So we are ready to start. Here, let me start from the view model and have a review. We had some public functions and some public variables to have the weather state, the daily score, the location permission, and to check the permission. And this was the entry point of getting data in our application. So when we are calling this check location permission, after granting the permission, we are asking to get the current location. Out of this location, we are receiving the latitude and longitude. We are passing it to the our API service, and finally we are receiving the data. Based on the calculation that we are doing on it, we will receive the score, and we are going to use all of them to display the data today. I don't want to make this application, I mean the video, so long. That's why I'm going to copy and paste the material that we need to display the data, and I'm going to explain what is going on here. Just I'm going to write like a couple of lines of the codes. Let's have a new package here and let's call them components and screens. Or screens. Okay, in the screens, I need a new Kotlin file, and let's call it the weather screen. First, we need to start with checking the permission. And if we had the permission, we are going to call the check location permission function in the view model to have the location. That entry point that I mentioned it like a minute ago. And before that, we should show a dialog to the user to ask the permission to be granted. So here I'm going to start with having a composable and a function weather screen, and just like this. Here I need a modifier and the weather view model, but let's define it here, equals to Koin ViewModel. That's it. We need these two items and we are ready to go further. First of all, let's start with having a value for the weather state. And it comes from the view model. But I don't want to call it like this. Let's have it with by. I don't want to call all the time value. That's why I prefer to have it like that. Alt and enter to import it, and in the next line I need another value. Let's call it location permission granted by viewModel.location permission granted. It's exactly equal to this variable inside our viewModel, nothing extra. And finally we need a val permission launcher equals to, remember, launcher for activity results, and inside of it I need a contract equals to activity results contracts. Remember about this S, this is important because we have another version without the S and we don't need it. We need to use this one. Okay, we are going to call this activity result contracts and calling the request permission to show the dialog to the user to grant the permission. And after that, we are going to receive is granted return variable, and we are going to check it. If is granted, that means the user clicked on the confirmation button, and then we are going to call the viewModel.checkLocation which was the entry point of receiving data and etc. A minute ago I explained it to you. That's it. And how we should call this? We want it to be automatic. So I'm going to call a launch effect and pass the unit or true to this launch effect. And as soon as we are opening the application, after displaying the welcome screen and etc., this unit will be true and the launch effect will be called, and anything that we have in this block will execute. So if location permission is not granted, we are going to call this permission launcher and we will launch it, and we are going to call the manifest.permission.accessFineLocation to have the data. And else, that means if already we have the permission, so we are going to call our entry data function, which is the check location permission in the view model. So it's like this. This one is automatic and this one is manual. Okay, now let's check what do we have here in our screen. In our application. Let me close all of them. We have a welcome. There is icon, text, loading, and the main screen, and we have an error screen. On the top it has icon, a text to display the error, and below that we have a button to retry. So we need to create all of them. I'm going to create them part by part and explain them. Inside this weather screen, first let's go to the main activity and call this weather screen. Get rid of the fixed weather screen, and I'm going to pass the view model into it. Let me zoom a bit to show you what I have done. It's just a screen, I call it. We don't need the view model anymore. And also we can check our application now if it works with the permission or not. Of course, we are going to have a blank screen, but the permission should work. I once installed it, so I think this is the application that I'm searching for it. Let me uninstall it. Yes, and now install it again. Okay, as you can see, the dialog is displaying, and I'm going to click on this only this time, and you can see the blank screen. But this part is working like charm. So let's go further. Let me check the other version. As you can see in the background, we have a gradient box, and on top of this, I'm going to display the other screens. So let's have this box here. I need a box with a modifier, of course, and dot fill max size and dot background of it will be brush dot vertical gradient and a list of colors. We have the colors here, light to dark, and it will give us a gradient color. Then in the body of this box, I need to check when we have some cases. One by one, I'm going to show you. Weather state dot is loading is true, and weather state dot weather data is null. That means we are at the beginning of the process and we don't have anything else. So in this case, we need to display the loading screen to the user. So loading screen. Let's create this screen together. Loading screen is nothing but a circular progress indicator, and below this text to show loading weather data. There's a box. The content is aligned in the center, fill max size, and a column on the top, this circular progress indicator with this color, and the thickness is 4 dp, a spacer, below that a text with 16 sp and font weight of medium, and the color of white, and that's it. If I close this and install it again, you will see the loading screen. Here it is, a progress indicator and a text. That's it. Okay, now we have this. Let's go and check the next case. In the next case, we want to display the error screen. Whether state dot error is not null, then we need to display the error screen. The error screen needs to have error equals to whether state dot error, and I'm going to check if it's not null, and on retry, and again ViewModel check location permission, which is our entry point of receiving the data. And this one, we don't have such thing. Let's go step by step further. Okay, we need to create this loading screen, the error screen. Let me display this error screen to you by turning off the internet. Done. And closing the app, opening it again. The welcome screen and the error screen. So we have icon to show. We have this fixed text. Oops, something went wrong. And here is the error to display. And try again to launch this on retry block. And if now I turn on the internet, done. By clicking this try again, we should receive the data. Again loading, and we have the data. So this is the functionality of this screen. Let's create the screen together. As I said, we have a column. On the top we have this text and another text for the fixed data, and here we have another text to display the error. The error we pass to it by type of the string, and here we have the on retry, returning the unit, and here a button just to click on retry and call this function. And the return value will launch this check location permission in the view model. That's it here. And in the next case, weather state dot weather data is equal to null. That means we don't have is not equal to null. That means we have a data to display. So we need to have weather screen or better screen content, or let's have it this weather content. It's better. I need to pass weather data to it, of course, and the view model. The rest, no need. And this one also don't need. View model equals to view model. That's it. I'm going to pass the view model directly to this screen, and then there we are going to call whatever we want from the view model and use them directly. So after this, we need else. In the else, we are going to display the welcome screen. The welcome screen is easier. So first, let's implement the welcome screen. Then we are going to work on this weather content. The welcome screen, as I said, is so simple and similar to the error screen. We have icon on the top. We have a text, bike weather, and we have another text, and we have another text, and that's it. The sizing of the text are different, and the weight of them are a bit different. But at the end, it's only some text to display. It's like a demo. And we don't need it, and that's it here. The weather content. Let's have this screen here. And because it's like the main function of this application to display the data. Before we implement it, we need two more things. Some of the text that we have here, for example, the name of the city and the country, should be capitalized. So we need a function to capitalize them. I'm going to add it here. It's like this. And as you can see, we have here multiple colors, like light green, darker green, just like this, excellent, and yellow. So we need another function to create these colors. It's just like this. We are going to pass the score to this function and check the percentage. 20, 40, 60, 80, and else. And based on the percentage, we are having these colors. And now we are ready to start with this weather content. Let's see what do we need. On the top, we have this card to display like the overall data, the date, and the today's weather condition, the name of the city, the name of the country, and the fixed text on the top. And then we have a lazy column to display these cards, and inside each card we have the data, and later I'm going to talk about them. So let's have this weather content. We need to import this data class, this weather data having type of the weather response. Now here is completed. Let's check what do we have here. As I said, we have a column. On top of the column, we have this header section, and we have a lazy column to display the receiving data. Here, let's import the items, and we need another function inside these items to display the cards. This belongs to this card, and this is the header section. Let's have the header section. You can consider the header section as a skin or as component, as you wish. I'm going to considering this as a screen, so I will add it to this package. Mhm. We need some materials here. I'm going to add them, the weather data, this data class, of course, the response, and the daily forecast, the bike riding score, and the view model as well. On the top of this header section, I have this fixed text. There is a card overally, a modifier, fill max width. The card color is this dark blue, and there is a column here on the top. I have this bike riding forecast, as I said. Here I'm going to display. Then another text, and as you can see from the weather data, from the city, we have the name of the city. We are going to display it, a comma, and the city and the name of the country is here. And the name of the country is in short version. Okay, later we have this text, the line. There is a row, and we have the best day, and there is a text to display the date, and down below we have this description from best score dot overall rating. Okay, this date formatting system is coming from the view model. As you remember, all the way down in the view model, we have created this function to use it, format date. And inside this header section, you can see it, the format date, view model.format date, and we pass the best forecast dot date into it, and it will return us this type of formatting of the date, the day, the month, and the like the number of day. Okay, we have the header section, and it's here. And now we need this bike riding card. Inside the bike riding card, we need some other materials. We need this function first to have these factors, and we need to create this progress indicator. So first, let's create this and this, then we can use them inside the bike riding card. In the components, we have the factor item, which is this card. Let's check what do we have here. The data class of bike riding factor is here, and I need to optimize this because the name of the package is different. We are going to pass the height from the higher level to it because as you can see, the width of the cards are different based on the content of the card, but the height I want to be the same all the time. You can see here I have 3 lines of description, and here I have 1 line, and here I have 2 lines, but the height of the card is the same, so that's why I'm going to pass the height here. Later in the bike riding, this one, the card, in this function, I'm going to explain how we have this height there. There is a card here. The color of the background is this. You can see it. And we have icon to display. And the icons we have created in the use case having the string type. So you can use them here. In the text, I mean. Then the spacer, another text to display the title, the name factor.name, and another text to display the factor.description. And the text color is here clearly visible. So we have this card, and in a while we are going to use it. Now let's check the progress indicator. In the components, let's create this. That's it. The score, the percentage will be passed to it. The color is coming from this, will pass to it, and the modifier. Finally, we have a box. We are using the canvas to create a circle, and you can see the raw circle. The radius and the style and the color clearly visible is for creating this internal circle, as you can see. And below we have a text to display here in the middle the score by percentage, and this colorful arc is here. The raw arc, the color comes from this weather screen I showed you, and the angle and the sweep angle and the thickness are here. You can see the calculation. Okay, the radius is the size of the minimum dimensions minus the stroke width divided by 2. And here we have the sweep angle score divided by 100F multiplied to 360F, and you can see the difference between the percentages. If it's 94, you can see here, and if it's 65, it's like this. And that's it. We have this, and finally the bike riding car. In the components, the bike riding car. We just need to import it here, and let's go to the bike riding card, and all the way up we need these data classes and the view model, and here again optimize, and here get a score color. Let's import it, and that's it. Something else, ViewModel.get weather icon. I don't know why we have this error here, but let me copy this or cut this dot get weather icon. Maybe I had a typo here, or maybe difference in the texting. Okay, we have everything that we need here. The bike riding card. Here I have this card. As you can see, we have two types of the cards. One of them is for a normal day. The other one is the best day of the let's say week, or best day among these 5 or 6 days. So we have a boolean if it is the best day or not. If this is the best day, the background color should be lighter, as you can see here, and we need to have a border around it. So here I'm going to check if it's best. We are going to give this one of these colors to the background, and then we have a card, and the background of the card, if is the best, is this green. If it's not, will be like the same as we have here. Sorry, I'm talking about the border. If it's the best, it will have a border with this green color. If no, we don't have a border for this card. And what else do we have? Here we need to display this text and this tag and the circular progress bar. So we have this column. Inside the column we have a row, and again we have a column. In this internal column we have two texts to display this date and this tag, and you can see one of them is coming from the recommendation.name and the other one is coming from the format date of the view model. And in the row we have this column, and if I close this column you can see this circular progress bar, and we are going to pass the score to it and the color to it and the sizing of it, and you can see this part here. Then after all of them we are going to have this tag. This is the text score.overall rating. We have it here. And then we have this part. We have a row async image. Inside the async image as the model, we are going to call the ViewModel.getWeather icon. We are going to pass the icon code to it, and it will return us the URL to fetch the icon from the API. And you can see the icon here. And then we have another column. Inside the column on the top we have a text to display the max temperature and the minimum temperature, and down below we have this weather description: light rain, and clear sky, or something like that. Then here we have this car. The sizing of the cars, I told you that I'm going to explain it to you. We have a spacer. After that we have a value for max factor height, the maximum height that a factor can have. Remember, score.factors. And you can see the factor.description.length. I'm going to check the number of the characters of the description, and based on this we are going to give a height dp to this card to the function of this card, and the maximum will be this 120. Just accept it as it is, and you can copy and paste it. And finally we have a lazy row to display these cards down below, and as the items I'm going to call this factor item. We are going to pass the score to this items block, and it will give us the factor by factor by factor, and we are going to display them here, and that's it. The last thing that you need to do is to go to the data, to the config, and add your API key to it, and you are ready to check the application. I'm going to add my API key and test it. Let's check if it works or not. Okay, asking for the permission. I'm going to grant it. Welcome screen. Loading screen. And we have the data here, as you can see. And that was whatever I wanted to tell you in this application. I hope it was useful for you. I tried to cover everything about the clean architecture with all of the packaging. We had the best screen that we could to practice everything we need in the Jetpack Compose UI design. And we had the view model, we had the remote server, we used the retrofit, we used the dependency injection, and whatever you can use. So if you are a beginner, this application will help you to like level up your knowledge about Android programming, and it's like a powerful application, let's say. So if you like it, please give me a thumbs up. You can financially support me by clicking on the link down below and buy me a coffee. And subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next videos. Have a good time. See you. Bye bye.